Hello watch fans, this is Anders here on Time and Crown channel. It is that time of year, the summer state of the collection. Every 6 months, summer and Christmas, December, I make a state of the collection video. This time it's a very special state of the collection video, maybe the most special I have ever made in the 8 years I have been running Time and Crown channel here on YouTube, because I made some big decisions this year regarding my watch collecting journey. So before we start with looking into my entire collection of watches here, if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe, it is a big help. So this isn't exactly my entire watch collection, because I do have some side watches lying around, but they are watches I never ever wear anymore. So I want to show you my core collection, my real collection. Actually, I do own 4 more watches than the watches you see here on my table. 3 of them are up for sale, and the last one, my Grand Seiko Snowflake, is actually on its way to Japan for service. The 3 watches I have up for sale is the Rolex DateJust 126300. It is my Piaget Polo S, and it is my Omega Speedmaster Professional Moonwatch Hesselite. I actually recently, last week, sold my Grand Seiko dress watch. All of these watches I have reviewed, covered. I'm leaving a link to each and every of these watches, so you can go down in the description to this video and see the reviews. Some of these are new, and some of these watches have been with me for ages. One of the new watches is my Panerai Luminor Marina. This is the PAM 00070. This is actually a 40mm PAM, automatic with the Value 7750 movement inside. What Panerai actually does is remove all the chronograph function from the movement, and then what's left is an automatic movement. This is the first time I actually get a Panerai in my collection, and I'm very happy about this new strap. I found it on Etsy. It's a handmade strap, super nice quality, looks really great on my watch here with the Italian flag. As you see, this is a 40mm version, automatic, 300 meters of water resistance. This is the sausage style because you don't have the sandwich style. You see they apply the hour markings with the loom to the dial. Really great watch. Maybe a bit controversial because it is actually a 40mm Panerai watch, but I really do enjoy this watch. I think it wears perfectly on my wrist. So the other watch is also a watch I bought this year, and I was very excited about this watch because Tissot, they decided to release a Tissot Seastar 1000 automatic in 40mm size, so it is a 40mm in diameter size watch. And I really do enjoy this textured blue dial. It's kind of this beautiful blue Mediterranean color, just like we see the beautiful beaches and oceans during the summer in Europe and other places in the world. It is a 300-meter water resistant dive watch with the Powermatic 80 movement inside. Really nice case design. I think the overall quality is really nice. And for my 17.5 centimeter wrist circumference, the Tissot Seastar 1040mm 2024 model is wearing perfectly. I'm actually wearing the watch on a MONTREUX FKM rubber strap. This video is sponsored by MONTREUX. They are sponsoring a lot of my videos. They make really nice, price-friendly FKM premium rubber straps. A lot of different colors and sizes. Have a look at their website. I'm leaving a link down below. Also a link to the video where I actually review their straps. The straps are really nice for the price. They also actually sent me a coffee mug. I do enjoy the color combination here on my Seastar because the orange and the blue is just such a playful, fun, colorful summer combination. Now another newer watch in my collection is the legendary Zenith El Primero. This is the El Primero original 1969. This is the 38mm version, the original size of the El Primero. I bought this recently. I put this beautiful blue alligator strap on the watch here. Amazing chronograph, maybe one of the most legendary chronographs in the world. And you might actually now see a bit of a theme to my changes in my collection. I am kind of slimming down the sizes, so 40mm, 40mm, 38mm. I'm definitely at a point in my watch collecting journey where I'm slimming down. A lot of more content about that later this year on my channel. So the El Primero is a legendary chronograph movement. This is an automatic movement, high beat, 36,000 vibrations power, and the legendary dial layout with the 3 sub-dials in the different colors. Full review of this watch as well. It wears perfectly on my wrist. Here you see the 38mm size is just so comfortable. It wears perfectly on my 17.5 centimeter wrist circumference. I feel really comfortable with this watch. And I must say, although I'm kind of not as interested in chronograph watches as I used to be, this is a watch that I'm super happy to own. And maybe during the summer here, because it is essentially a sports watch with 100 meters of water resistance, I will probably find a rubber strap. Now another legendary chronograph watch. This is the Heuer Monaco. Legendary square chronograph watch, and a watch that has been in my collection for ages. It is a watch I was contemplating maybe selling, but I simply can't let go of this watch. I think it's so outrageous. I think it's so kind of weird to have this square blue watch. This is the remake of the watch with the Hesalite crystal. Really legendary layout, known from, of course, Le Mans by Steve McQueen. He was wearing this watch, but of course also in recent years from Breaking Bad. Such a great watch. This I also wear on a MONTREUX strap, you see here. Although it does look big, it is actually only a 39mm watch, but it wears quite big because of the case design. Quite short lock to lock, and I simply just love the design of this watch. It's only, I believe it's 30 or 50 meters of water resistance, so it's definitely not a sports watch. It is much more of a racing watch. Don't get anywhere near water with this watch. But on the rubber strap, I think it's really cool with this kind of fresh somber combination. So a watch that I'm really enjoying in my collection, and of course a legendary chronograph design. And together with the El Primero, if you look besides the Navitimer, besides the Daytona and the Speedmaster, these are kind of the two odd one out between these 5 legendary chronograph watches. So an Omega watch that has been with me for ages. This is my personal favorite during the summer. This is the Omega Seamaster Diver 300M, the 42mm version, introduced, remade in 2018. This is a chrome gray dial. Really amazing watch. Everything is just top quality about this watch. The laser etched ceramic dial with the waves. The beautiful scalloped bezel here with the ceramic bezel insert. Helium escape valve. Great lume. Amazing Omega coaxial master chronometer movement. Certified by Metas. This is when I go to Omega's website to check my own movement, which you can do with the certificate when you buy an Omega watch. 1.7 seconds plus per day. And that is what I measure on my time grapher as well. I've been wearing this watch on different straps. It's back on the original for this video, but I actually do enjoy wearing this watch on some of the Artem straps. Big news coming regarding Artem straps, because I'm actually becoming an official retailer of Artem straps in Europe. So if you want to buy some of the best rubber straps in the world, some of the best silk cloth straps in the world, very soon I will introduce my web shop. And that means you don't have to pay customs if you're based within the EU, because the straps are of course coming from Australia. So more about that. This is one of the best dive watches in the world, in my opinion. You get everything you want from a luxury Swiss dive watch, and it's so much lower priced than Blancpain 50 Phantoms and a Rolex Submariner. This is how the Seamaster wears on my wrist. I can definitely pull it off, but it is a watch that I would love to be 1 or 2 millimeters smaller, and that's again because I'm really getting into slimming down in my watch collection, not only in the number of watches in my collection, but also the sizes of my watches. But perfect dive watch, definitely not letting this one go. If I'm letting this one go, it should just only be to actually buy another color. Now the 2018 Seamaster came from something, and that is of course from the James Bond era Seamaster. This is due for a service. I say it every year. Now I'm actually going to do it, just like with the Grand Seiko Snowflake. And I'm really falling back into love with this watch. So slim, perfect size. I really enjoy the bracelet and the clasp. This is the 90s layout. I really enjoy it for this watch, not for this watch. And it just wears perfectly. And I think everything about this watch is just kind of coming back to me. This is my very first Swiss luxury automatic watch. So it's a watch that has stayed with me for many, many years, and I still do love and enjoy this watch. These are becoming more popular again. They have become more popular during the recent 7, 8, 9 years, but they are just growing just a little bit in popularity every year because people find out how great these watches actually are. Chronometer certified automatic 300 meter water resistant dive watch from Omega. Now the second Tag Heuer in my collection is a watch that I bought many years ago. I believe it was like 7 or 8 years ago in Las Vegas. They have an outlet of Tag Heuer watches, and I really wanted a white dial dive watch, and I really wanted a memory from the trip to the US. And I bought this watch. It's not a watch that I wear a lot anymore, but just like some of the other watches here, especially the Monaco and the Seamaster, it is a watch that I have a lot of feelings for. I have a lot of history. This has been my go-to travel watch for a lot of different travels and journeys, and it's still working perfectly. It looks great, keeps great time. The power reserve is still up to the 38 hours with the Zenith movement. This is a quality watch, and the rubber strap is one of the best, most durable I have tried. Just look at this rubber strap, still keeping its own. Really cool deployed clasp. And for me, this is kind of a testament to these Aquaracers actually being really great quality. Now, Tag Heuer just re-released the Aquaracer in a much higher quality with an in-house movement than this one, but this is definitely a watch I will never part with. Really enjoy this watch. Maybe a watch for my son when he becomes big enough. Now, at one point, I actually owned 5 Rolex watches. Now I'm down to 3. Technically, I do own 4 because the DateJust is up for sale with the grey market dealer chrono.dk. I will leave a link to chrono.dk down in the description if you're interested in that watch. Now I'm technically down to 3 watches, and I'm really happy with where I am with my Rolex collection right now. So this year I actually bought this one. I actually traded in some watches and I bought this one, a watch I always wanted. This is of course the Rolex Explorer II, the Polo, the now discontinued watch with the beautiful polar white dial, the Explorer II. I really wanted to try out this watch, to actually try to own it in my collection, and I must say it has not disappointed. This is kind of an odd Rolex watch. What was the whole idea with the Explorer II, but I do enjoy it a lot. I have actually been wearing this watch on a MONTREUX. Again, this video is sponsored by MONTREUX. Link down in the description if you want to visit MONTREUX's website, on a white MONTREUX strap, and it looked great, but I do always mostly enjoy Rolex watches on the original bracelets. And I must say, just wears really nicely on my wrist. 40 millimeters, perfect Rolex size. The old sizes of Rolex when Rolex was just so wearable. This is a 1999 version, so you do have the Luminor, and it's very accurate, so everything I just enjoy about this watch. It is very much a spring and summer watch for me with the white color. Now wearing this watch with a white shirt, a white t-shirt or a white polo shirt is just a perfect combination in my opinion for a hot day. Amazing watch with a GMT function. And I'm so happy that I actually got the chance to try out this watch in my collection. Definitely a watch I'm not letting go of because it's such a strange Rolex watch, but also just a beautiful, amazing Rolex watch. Along with the Panerai Luminor Marina, I actually traded in for this one. I did trade with my Rolex Air King, and I traded with my Tudor Pelagos 39. Never actually got to fall head over heels in love with the Tudor Pelagos 39, which is kind of weird because the size, the materials, everything is amazing about this watch. Something just didn't click with me. So I always also wanted to try the Explorer. So I'm kind of having a Rolex journey for the last 3, 4, 5 years where I try out different Rolex watches. Some stay, some go. And this is definitely a watch that is staying in my collection. This is the perfect everyday watch. Of course, the Rolex Explorer. This is the Mark II. This is from 2021, one of the last examples before they discontinued the 39mm size. This is the 39mm size. I did do a video about the sizes of the Explorer and the history of the Explorer, leaving a link down in the description if you're interested. 39mm for me is the sweet spot. The new 40mm version simply becomes too big for this watch in my opinion. 36 is my second choice, but for my wrist size I think the 39mm is perfect. This is the fully loomed version with the loom in the 3, 6 and 9 and not white gold as with the Mark I. So with the Mark II you get the loom. Everything just is such a treat with this watch. Wears perfectly, looks great, can be worn as a sports watch, an everyday watch, and also, in my opinion, a more formal watch because of the size, and you don't have a date. Definitely a legendary watch, introduced in 1953, I believe, in the Rolex lineup, so a watch that has evolved for the last 70 years, but a watch that is such a beautiful, great watch. Definitely an idea for a one Rolex collection watch if you're just wanting one Rolex watch. Sports watch, great loom, stainless steel, great bracelet, 100 meters of water resistance, screw down crown. And the very first Rolex in my collection and the last watch here in this collection update, state of the collection video. This is of course my Rolex GMT Master 16700. The very first Rolex I ever bought many years ago, and the price I bought it for back then, it's been a good investment, but this is not an investment for me. This is maybe one of the most legendary Rolex watches in my opinion. Maybe not this reference, but the GMT Master 1 Pepsi in my opinion. Just such a beautiful watch, and again a perfect watch because of the colors of the bezel with the blue and red. For summer, you see it kind of ages a little bit strangely. This is quite well known that the hour markings and the hands, they don't age the same time. It's not service hands. It's a quite well known phenomenon. You can Google it. I put it on this Jubilee bracelet. This is an original Jubilee bracelet from Rolex. I do have the Oyster bracelet as well, but I really wanted the very cool vintage look. And just like with the Explorer II, and of course also the Explorer I, but the Explorer II, which is also 40mm in diameter like the GMT Master. This is how Rolex watches are meant to be worn. This was from back when Rolex watches, they were really well designed with the case in my opinion. The Maxi or the Super case, it's too much for me. They become too big, too clumsy, too flashy. These are so much more made to be cool, be worn with class, to be fitted under a shirt, and I really do enjoy this watch. My perfect Rolex watch, a watch I have owned for many years, so you have of course seen it on my channel for a lot of videos. So this is my current state of the collection. It is the way that it is. I'm actually trying to slim down to 9 watches. Maybe later I will slim down to 7 watches, but that will again mean hard choices, hard and painful choices, just like for example letting the Speedmaster go. That wasn't easy. Letting the Piaget Polo S go, that wasn't easy. But if you want to slim down the collection, you have to make the hard choices. So let's see what happens during the next 6 months with my collection. I will of course keep you updated here on my channel and on my Instagram profile. Do follow me on Instagram. You'll see a lot of content and pictures I don't publish on YouTube. Thanks a lot for staying with me during this State of the Collection update. Summer 2024. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me hear down in the comments which of these watches are your personal favorites. Do you think I should add something to my collection that I don't own already? That will mean I will have to let go of a watch or two, but let me hear your suggestions. It's always nice to get some inspirations from other watch nerds just like me. Please do remember to subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you very soon again. Thank you. Bye.